Hello everybody, welcome to Sell Me a Movie, a subcategory here on the Cavalier Studios YouTube channel where me as a movie enthusiast tell you my thoughts and ideas on films that are either out on streaming or in the theaters. Now I do take requests, so if there are any films that you want me to take a look at and have my thoughts on, please leave a comment of the film down below. Now I know it's been a while since I've actually done one of these. Unfortunately, there has been films out in theaters that hasn't really striken my fancy to actually go watch. Now I do know that there are films like Ballerina, the new Mission Impossible movie, and those are great. Unfortunately, though, with they just haven't been really piquing my interest to go see out in theaters. Now, Mission Impossible, yes. However, I wasn't caught up on the last one, so I had to finish that one first. So be mindful that in the future I will talk about that. Now, today, my daughter and I, what we did was we went to go see the new Disney and Pixar film, Elio. Now, Elio is the 29th film in the Pixar library, and it's finally out, and it's truly unique. So let's go ahead and talk about Disney and Pixar's Elio.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
Now, like I said, this film is truly unique. In my opinion, the trailers don't really tell you the full scope of the story, as it shouldn't. However, what you think you're going to see is not fully what the trailers are depicting. Directed by Adrian Molina, the same guy who's done many of the more recent Pixar films, Madeline Sherifian, who actually was more in the art or animation department, more so in Pixar before this, and of course Domi Shi, again mostly in the animation department. Now when it comes to the writers of the film, though there seems to be a little more hands-in on it, which can be a good thing or bad thing, but other than the directors, the screenplay though was written by Julia Chow, Mark Hammer, and Mike Jones, whom is actually more the Pixar screenplay writer than the other two. Now when I mentioned the directors, they also played a part in the storytelling. Now, I do apologize about the future pronunciation of names, as I'm not really good at it, so here we go. The voice of Elio is played by Yanis Kibriev. His aunt Olga is played by Zoe Salanda. Elio's alien friend, Gordon, is actually played by Remy Edgerly, but most noticeably, the voice you'll hear is none other than Jimmy John's commercial Everybody Loves Raymond himself, Brad Garrett, playing the voice of Lord Grigon. So I'm just going to tear off the band-aid and tell you guys what I didn't like about the film right up front, and that is the character designs for, of course, the humans. Not so much the aliens, but the humans. For a while now, the character design for a person in a Pixar film has been the same, and I don't know how I feel about it. You could argue that the character design in Inside Out is different with Riley and her family, which, honestly, you're right. But then again, the character design was already set up for back in 2015's the first Inside Out film. But I don't like the route where Turning Red, Luca, and now Elio are basically designed the same exact way. Again, I like more of the differential between each Pixar films because it brings more of a variety of different type of animation to it. One could argue, though, that the same with Brave and The Incredibles, but I don't know, something just feels like the three films previously mentioned, just like Luca and Turning Red, has more of a cut and paste element to it. Again, that's just me, so please leave a comment down below if you do or do not feel the same way, because I would love to hear it. Maybe I'm wrong, and again, maybe it's just me. But now that that's over and done with, what I did like about the film is the fact that the continuation of Pixar's evolution and how they seem to push the beauty of animation in every single film that they do. Not saying that other studios haven't, because of course you have Puss in Boots and the other animated films like, of course, Bad Guys, and those are beautiful films all along, but Pixar always pushes the animated industry on what can be done as far as physical elements too, like rain and other stuff. The other thing is this film is very much of a sci-fi film, more so than what's shown honestly in the trailer. So for every kid or adult who feels or have felt like an outsider or enjoying either space, believing in aliens, or the science in this film, is exactly for you. Pixar brings reality, hardship, and potentially relatable situations to their audience in the beauty of storytelling where people will be able to relate in some shape or form as far as the character Elio, his aunt, honestly may be the alien friend as well. The movie is fun overall, and the character development in the film, whether it would be Elio and his aunt's relationship or Elio finally feeling included, is done in a very orderly fashion where it doesn't feel like the movie's time length. The most relatable portion of the film plays is something that many people go through or have gone through, like myself. Elio knows he is an outsider amongst most people, but doesn't let that show on the outside. But it kind of does hurt him on the inside just because of his mannerisms and things that he displays throughout the movie. So when he finally does overcome his challenges, it feels fulfilling and welcoming. Honestly, Elio is a stupendous and fun overall. If you love or enjoy Pixar films, then this is one that you'll need to see as soon as you can. Again, the animation is great. The storytelling is fantastic as well. If you have seen it, please leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to all the social platforms as well. The link for the merchandise is down below, and we'll see you guys next time for the next review.